So I'm out and about with my confrere Barry, and we're going to do a little skit on what is you can't say in today's world with all the political correctness, with all the social correctness, with everybody saying, you're mansplaining. You can't mansplain because you'll be accused of that. You can't say the improper word once a new word is attached to a situation, because now that word is like you'll be ghosted, you'll be censored. You'll be thrown out of the mainstream of society if you say one thing or another that you don't. So it's very hard to navigate all this stuff. So we're going to do a little skit on the whole process, especially with the Will Smith incident, that everybody gets offended by everything else. Right, Barry?
Right, that's exactly what it is. People get offended for saying things that seem innocuous and not harmful.
So the other day, I'm in a mall in Montreal, and I see some people there, and they look to me like they're Oriental, and I say to myself, I'm going to ask them where they're from. And so I go over, so they come over to me, as they're exiting, and I say, are you guys from Thailand? They said, no, we're Inuit. So I said, you mean Eskimo?
You can't say Eskimo. You can't say Eskimo. You fool. It's indigenous or Inuit. Eskimo is now a derogatory term.
Wow. I'm processing. Do you feel that you're like Will Smith? You have now the ability to just hit people if they say something.
Anger, and you can't accuse people of being angry.
Hey! My God, what should I say instead of them being angry?
Say a person has issues they're dealing with. They have anger management issues. You can't call them angry, or you can't call them anything that has to do with their problem, because people get upset. Just like you can't say a person who's seemingly retarded. You can't say a person is retarded. You have to say a person is mentally challenged.
Okay. I'm processing this. I'm processing. Boy, he hits hard. Well, I see what you're saying, because the other day I approached a woman.
You can't say woman. You have to say a member of the female sex. And also you have to say, what is she? Is she binary? Is she lesbian? Is she a transvestite? Did she have a gender change? You have to use the appropriate term. What are you talking about?
Hey! God. Oh my God, I better start saying the right thing, or my jaw is going to dislocate my jaw. Oh man, I thought this was a nice guy. I thought he was a nice guy. You can see, he gets easily offended.
You can't say not a nice guy. You have to say this person is not being cooperative or friendly at the moment.
Well, I think you certainly are. Did you watch the Will Smith thing?
You can't say that.
He's Will Smith. I can't say Will Smith.
No, because he has anger management problems, as I said before.
Yeah, but
he was a failed actor at that point. He made a big mistake. They slapped the
What do you mean he was a failed actor? They let him stay for 40 minutes to get the Best Actor award, although they did ask him to leave, and he didn't want to leave, and it was a whole thing, a whole Megillah.
Actually, he was acting out, what I wanted to say, was acting out his aggressive tendencies.
I have to take a course, it seems, in psychology. Hey! I can't say psychology.
You have to say social studies.
Oh my God, it's so. But you know something? I see what you mean, because we used to. I can't use the N word, right? I can't, because it's changed. Sometimes I say the word, a person of color. I say black.
It's not too bad to say.
Hey!
But for saying the N word. Just the N.
No.
We're saying N, you get that.
Hey, no, but now I know that they're called African Americans, right?
That's right.
Not the. Well, I'm learning. I'm very hard to learn. Everything is so complicated. Can you give me another example of what I shouldn't be saying?
Like when the Washington Redskins.
What?
When the Washington Redskins change their name, they change it to the Commanders. You can't disparage a person who is a Native American. You have to call them Native Americans.
Well, I see what you mean, because in Montreal, we had a university team called the McGill Redmen, right? The Redmen?
Right, yeah.
The Redmen? Hey!
You can't say Redmen, you have to say Indigenous Native American.
Well, you can't say Eskimo, right? You're not allowed to say
Eskimo. Eskimo.
Okay, so they changed the name McGill. What is it called now? They don't call themselves Redmen.
I don't know what they're called.
Nobody knows. McGill.
They just call them McGill.
McGilla. And
Megilla.
And what was it was in Canada was the Edmonton. I can't say the word. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Edmonton. Hey! Oh, jeez. Oh, now they call themselves the Edmonton Elks.
I think the Elks would be a.
Hey! Oh! Is there a doctor in the house? Are you a doctor?
You have to say medical professional.
Okay, jeez. Oh my! Can you say Ceylon instead of Sri Lanka?
Sure, why not?
Because they changed the name, right?
As long as you buy tea from that country.
Oh, good. Can you say? Because sometimes we can't. Can you say now? The word now is I used to call it Kiev. Kiev, that's my background. I used to call Kiev. Now it's called, what is it called?
Kiev.
Gesundheit. Yeah. So what's going on? Hey!
You have to speak Ukrainian to speak the Kiev.
You mean before it was known as Kiev, all Russian, we used to, but now we can't use the Russian word.
Ukrainian independence, sovereignty. They're allowed to call it Kiev or whatever they call it.
Yeah, so you don't even know what they call it.
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
So as you can see, it's very hard to be what's the word
politically correct.
It's not only politically correct. Gender awareness, in your own speech.
You have to watch what you say.
Am I saying
Just
that?
Like the Talmud says, you have to watch what you say.
Well,
on the tongue is the sword of life and death. With a word, you can cause much damage. With a word,
I can see it. Everybody is so,
Maybe after COVID, things will be better.
You think COVID caused all this sort of political correctness and correcting people and very sensitive about what people say, and they're turning into like these how can I say this? These very emotional, sensitive people.
I think the pandemic has added to that. I think people are more sensitive, more defensive, more uptight, or maybe I'm just talking about myself. Maybe I need therapy. Maybe I need to go to politically correct school.
Well, let me just put some sense into you. Bam! That's sense. See, I'm knocking some sense into him.
Right.
I got him back.
That's right.
A la Will Smith.
That's right.